Hey guys, thank you for coming back to my channel for another video, and if you're new, welcome. My name is Darlene, and you probably clicked on this video for a reason based on this title, and I just really want to talk to you guys about something. I want to open up to you guys and talk to you about what I'm currently going through and dealing with. I have a skin condition or a skin disease, whatever you want to call it, called vitiligo. And a couple things about vitiligo is, pretty much in a nutshell, because there are all of these like technical medical terms for it, you pretty much just lose pigmentation of your skin, causing you to have white patches everywhere. A couple things about it is, it does not affect my lifespan. It does not hurt. It doesn't itch. It doesn't bother me, or like as far as like hurting like on my body, it doesn't hurt in any way. And you don't know when it's going to stop spreading. I got diagnosed with this back in September, and it was a really rough start for me. But a little bit of a backstory on, when I saw this was going back to last June 2016. I was with a friend, and he saw like, I guess, a little spot right here. It was tiny. I don't even know how he saw it. And he was like, hey, like, what's that spot right there? And I was like, oh, I think it's a cut or something. Like, I don't know. It's probably a cut that's healing. It's nothing, like, no big deal. Weeks went by, and I saw that I still had that spot there, and it was not healing. It was very apparent that it was still there, and it actually got a little bit bigger. So I was a little bit worried that I wasn't trying to like freak myself out. So a month goes by, and of course the spot is still there, but I'm not giving it any attention. And I see a spot somewhere else on my body that I was not prepared to see or have. About a week later, I ended up going to the doctor because I had to go for like a checkup or something. I asked them, if they had, any idea about what this spot was. And while I was, trying to figure out what this was, I had gone to 4 previous like doctor's appointments because I actually was going through surgery to have my gallbladder removed. So the doctor was like, oh, let me refer you to like a surgeon, or not a surgeon, I'm thinking of my gallbladder, a dermatologist. So I make the appointment. It was about 2 weeks later because that was the only appointment that they had that was convenient for my time. I went, and she was pretty much like, I'm pretty sure I know what this is, but I just want to make sure. So she turns off the light and flashes this like UV, or I don't know what it was, some light like all over my body, and you just see white spots everywhere. And at this point, I had kind of already done like research on like, vitiligo, and I kind of had an idea that I probably had it, but I was like, no, I could not have this. There's no way I have vitiligo. She turns on the light and she's like, you have vitiligo. And I just remember being like, what? Like, no, there's no way I have this. I remember I was so shocked that my face just went like empty. Like, I had no emotion. I don't even think I asked questions about it because I was so like in shock. I remember leaving, walking to my car, and I called my mom. She didn't answer. I think she was at work. And mind you guys, I did this on my lunch break. So I still had to go back to work after getting this diagnosis. I called my sister, and I was bawling, like bawling. And I remember talking to her, and I don't think she really understood. I mean, nobody really understands. No one can fully know like what you're going through unless they have it. And I just remember feeling like so depressed, so confused. Like, why was this happening to me? Like, why me that day? Like, it was horrible. So on top of dealing with this diagnosis, I was also dealing with, my whole surgery, trying to like figure out and plan it and work out time taking off from work to have my gallbladder removed, being physically sick from having to have my gallbladder taken out, dealing with something in my personal life, a heartbreak or whatever you want to call it. And then 2 weeks later, my dog passes away. When they say it rains, it pours, that saying is so true, because it all hits you at once and you don't know how to handle it. You don't know how to deal with it. But I remember being so physically depressed. I wasn't like sleeping. I I had like no motivation. All I wanted to do was just go out and like not think with my friends and just forget it all and just block it all out, because I just I couldn't process anything. I couldn't deal with it. So a month later I had to have surgery, and I just think because of the surgery and my dog and, you know, whatever I was dealing with, I never had a chance to fully like understand and accept and cope with, you know, with vitiligo. And it's hard. It's very hard. Just last week, I got made fun of for the first time. And whether they meant this intentionally or not, I just feel like it's something you don't joke about. When you see someone's like appearance, how it looks slightly different, I just feel like that's something that you just don't joke about. It's different when you ask somebody, because I get asked questions all the time. I actually hated going to the nail salon when my spots started to get bigger on my hands, because I just hated having to answer them like what this was, and then having to have people hear it. I'm like, what would they think? Like, it was horrible. So I stopped going to get my nails done. I didn't want to post watch videos. I didn't want to, clearly, like, I do beauty makeup on this channel. I didn't want to add any swatches on my videos, because you swatch on your hands in like this area, so all you could see was just white, and I was just scared of what people would think. I have it all on my arms, like, as you can tell, like, it's everywhere, and I was just scared to wear certain things. I feel like I had to be covered up. I didn't want to show my hands. I talk with my hands, and I was just scared of what people would think. But you know what? No, not anymore. Vitiligo does not define me. I am not going to be a victim of it. And yes, I will struggle, but I just have to remind myself that I am not a victim, that I am beautiful and I am stronger, and I truly believe that God gave this to me for a reason and a purpose. And if I can just help one person, that would make like me the happiest person ever. I plan to make this a like kind of a mini series here on my channel, so I can kind of talk to you guys more about it, like more in detail. You know, the struggles, kind of like coping with it, dealing with it, and you know how I am. Hopefully in like 2 months or so I can have a different approach or outlook on this. I'm trying some type of a treatment right now, so hopefully I respond well to that. Clearly this is not going to completely go away. I could even wake up tomorrow and have a spot anywhere on my face, but it's okay, because I'm not a victim of this. This is not going to define me. If you have vitiligo, you are beautiful. This does not define you. And I relate to you. I understand how hard this is. It's not like you put on a few pounds and you can go to the gym and, you know, work out for a while and you lose those pounds. Or you wake up and you have a pimple on your face and you're like, no, I have a pimple. So you put some, you know, medicine, or you put some stuff on it and it will go away in a couple days. This is something that's going to only progressively get worse on your body. I understand this is not going to stop spreading. Yes, you can stop it and you can help minimize the spots, but it's still going to be there. And a part of me almost feels like there's no point in trying to help minimize it, because it's still going to be there. I'm still going to, it's a part of me, and I don't know if I necessarily want to change it, because it's me now. This is attempt 5, I believe. I have been filming this like all day. As you can tell, the lights are, it's completely dark in here. It is 10:08 p.m. on a Thursday night, and it's dark, and I've been filming this, and I've stopped and I've taken a break. I've, you know, done this again and again and again, and I just really wanted to open up and get this off my chest. That's going to be it for this video, you guys. Like I said, I want this to be a series here on this channel. Hopefully this is going to be helpful to some of you. But yeah, that's going to be it. I hope that y'all have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.